Looking over your shoulder, girl, thinking you should have let me have it all. If you're coming around again, tell me how you feel, 'cause I need to know, no. Looking over your shoulder, girl, thinking you should have let me have it all.
For societies!
We're voting for Nita! Nickname for president.
Vote Ben for welfare.
CPE for D&D. Thanks for voting the officer elections, guys. I'm having your say.
The Big Decision on WTV and RaW.
Izzy John there, the outgoing welfare officer at Warwick SU. Of course, in a few moments' time, we will be going live to the copper rooms to get the second result. That is for welfare and campaigns officer, the role that Izzy John is about to vacate. Also coming up, we'll be interviewing all of the SALB winners as they unfold. We'll be talking to Matt Rogers. We spoke to him earlier on in the week. We'll be seeing what he has to say and many, many more things as well.
Round 3, Silky Crag is elected Society's Officer 2012-2013. Silky, ladies and gentlemen, with a massive majority, your Society's Officer for next year, Silky Crag.
Welcome back to the live round. A very jolly Silky Crag there after the announcement that she is our new Society's Officer. Now, 250 plus societies at Warwick, the most recent of which being the Nicolas Cage Appreciation Society. Do we think this is going a bit far? Should students have a right to express their interests? What do you think about this, Andrew?
I don't know, it's one of those questions, isn't it? I mean, it's all a bit of harmless fun. I mean, but what's the point in having the society system if you can't use it for a bit of fun? But then there is the slightly darker side of, are people actually just doing this because they want to be elected to an exec, because it looks good on their CV, blah blah.
Does Nicolas Cage Society really look good on the CV?
Exactly. Well, does it?
No.
What do you think?
No.
No?
It doesn't. I mean, Nicolas Cage is alright. I mean, he's got an Oscar and everything, but other than that, he's done some awful movies.
Thank you very much indeed, Joe. Twitter is becoming an amazing resource here. Loads of you getting in touch using the hashtag WarwickVotes to get your views in on Twitter. Just a few of them. Tom Newham, an excellent source on Twitter. Tom, thank you so much. It's at T Newham for him. He's posted a picture of Chris Luck looking what he describes relaxed. I think it's got something more to do with vodka than being relaxed, but hey, you take that however you want. Also on the Twitter as well, the Boar are tweeting constantly throughout this. An excellent Twitter feed to follow for this evening. It's at Warwick Big D 2012. That's at Warwick Big D 2012 to follow the Boar this evening.
In need?
Well, from my experience, tutors are always there for you to get contacted.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's just for students to get in touch with them, and they're always available.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Okay, that's brilliant. Now if we can cross back to the anchor room where we've got James Entwistle live with Phil and Catherine right now.
Indeed, yes. We will be getting all the stats analysis with Joe very shortly. First of all, though, education officers here. James Entwistle, brand new. Congratulations,
Thanks
sir.
very much.
How are you feeling? Nerves? Delight?
At this point of the night, I think every candidate's drunk enough to sort of have eliminated that sort of fear.
Pretty relaxed.
It was a shock. I didn't realise the votes would turn out like that, but I'm very pleased.
Excellent.
We were just talking there about 12 hours a week contact time. We have to bring it up. Can you expand on it a little bit? What are you going on with that?
I think the big thing is that next year, obviously, we have the first £9,000 student at Warwick, and as far as I'm concerned, 6 to 8 hours isn't enough. the national system, because unfortunately, if that doesn't work, Warwick doesn't work, and we need to continue that fight.
We urge you, by the way, as well. We are, of course, on Twitter. Get your questions into James if you're very, very quick. Using the hashtag WarwickVotes, you can ask James your questions. Looking at the Twitter feed that we've got, Leo Bow has actually congratulated you.
Thank you,
Leo. Says
Leo.
that he does have big shoes to fill.
Well, Sean Ruston, I think, is a size 7, so not that massive. But I honestly have to admit, and I say this very openly on air, Sean Ruston, Big Wolf Ruston, Mr. Hand Cream himself. These are the things that matter. I mean, honestly, this is what we're here for: education. And I'm more than happy to say that the principles of my sort of tenure, I guess you'd say, as education would be education, education, education. And I'm more than happy to say that and repeat it again and again and again.
James, we're very pressed for time. Just one final.
Thank you very much, Phil and Catherine. Welcome back to the Statistical Nerve Centre here at Big D 2012 for the final time this evening. It's the final exit poll and arguably the most important, the position of Student Union President. Let's take a look at the first round of voting then for this position. Nick Swain out in front. His slogan, Picnic for President, clearly resonating with voters who have put him at the top after this first round of voting. In second position, and here's the big surprise, Ron, the reopen nominations option, second with 25% of the vote. Aaron Bowater and Benita Mehta, one of whom, Aaron, of course, the satirical candidates, are in joint third position. It's Eamon Bahan after them. And in the first round of voting, last by some considerable distance, I'm afraid, it's Tanmoy Sen. Second round of voting for the position of President. Nick Swain, once again, out in front, second position, third. And let's look at the final round of voting for the position of Student Union President. Nick Swain clearly ahead, but perhaps the biggest surprise of the evening, Ron, the reopen nominations option, in second place. It's a controversial night here once again at Big D 2012. I've been Joe Shannon, back to Catherine and Phil in the studio.
This is going to be an interesting one. Ron, for the first time, the only one this evening, and I think for quite a while as well actually, looking quite possible. The Ron campaign has built up. We will find out the actual election results in about 10-15 minutes time, of course, broadcast live on RaW and on WTV for you if you can't make it down. I am very, very intrigued indeed to see how that one's going to work out.
I know, I mean, a joke candidate and Ron getting a fair old proportion of the votes there. I don't know quite what that says about university this year.
We will, of course, in a few moments' time. We've been chatting to all the outgoing sabbatical officers across the evening. We spoke to Leo Bow, the outgoing president.
You can always look back and think that you could have done things differently. Yeah. I think that some of the things we've done for postgraduate students could have started earlier on. I think that we we could have been a little bit more proactive with whole societies, which are things that, which are an element that we actually received some funding for this year that we could have really used to boost them that much more. We're still engaging with them and developing them, but perhaps not as much.
Here we go then, SU President 2012 at round one. Nick Swain in the lead, 2,188 votes. Benita Mehta third, Nick Swain in first, 2,378 at round 5. Nick Swain is elected President of the Students' Union 2012.
Hi there, welcome back to the Live Lounge, and it's the result that everyone was waiting for, and it turns out that the people picked Nick. What do you think about this, Andrew? How are you feeling?
I think it's really interesting. It's interesting. It's been an interesting election, hasn't it? Especially the presidential vote. I mean, especially when you have essentially a candidate who stands as a joke, who takes second place, and then pushes a more serious candidate like Benita into third.
It's very interesting, very interesting. And Christine, completely. And that's brilliant. We are now crossing over to Catherine and Phil with your new SU president, Nick Swain.
I am exhausted just watching it. Nick Swain, brand new SU president. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bloomin' heck, that was nerve-wracking, tense. Anything could have happened.
Yeah, you can speak for yourself.
And that is it. Top B is blaring behind us, and we will let the candidates celebrate in true style. We have come to the close of Big D 2012. A huge thank you to the entire production team who have worked behind the scenes, the people who have made everything possible, and the people who have brought this to you on RaW and WTV. They will not be sleeping at all this evening due to the ringing in their ears, I am sure.
From all of us at WTV and RaW, thank you so much for tuning in, and best of luck to all the new sabbatical officers in the coming academic year.